This is the solar drip irrigation system or watering kit for up to 15 potted plants. Company sent me this product to check it out, make a video for it, so let's do it. I'm a big fan of these solar drip kits. They're great for indoor or outdoor use. They're perfect for my patio plants and flowers. And I have a couple of sets of these, a couple different styles too. I have one of them working in my front flower bed right now. So it arrives safely, as you can see, in some really nice packaging. I'll explain what you get, how it works, and some stuff I figured out on this side, and I'll show me setting it up on this side. Inside the box, you are going to get a user manual. You're going to get the watering system control panel with an easy-to-read LED screen, which is about 3.5 inches tall and about 2 inches thick. Super lightweight, maybe a few ounces. It's waterproof rated at IP67. And if you've got 3 different options for placing it where you want to place it, it can sit on its own, couple different ways. They've given us some screws and anchors, so you could wall mount it if you wanted to do that, or you can use this hook that they've provided, and this snaps into place, and you can hang it on a pot or wherever you can hook it onto. I like the hook. I think that's a cool idea. They've given us one solar panel. It is 5.5 inches by 5.25 inches, about 3/4 of an inch thick. They gave us about a 3-foot long USB charging cable, which is cool because you have a second charging option if you have a lack of or no sunlight situation like in the winters here. Just plug it in right there, plug it into a charging device. The cable length on the solar panel is a little over 9 foot long, fully extended. It is waterproof rated at IP65. And there are 4 different ways that you can set up this panel. You can wall mount it with the provided screws and anchors. You can wall mount this base right here and put it on this post. And this just slides into here, and you've got options to rotate it any way you want and lock it into place. You can use this stake that sticks into here, and you could stick it into the ground or a pot. And they've got a couple of kickstands on here if you want to use it that way. So sit like that. You get 15 watering spikes and 15 T-joints. You get one 50-foot roll of tubing. Some people were saying that this is an odd-size tubing, but I don't think so. I have it measured out at 0.12 inches, which is 3.1 or so millimeters, which is about 1/8 inch tubing. You can see it compared to another 1/8 inch tubing that I have here, and you can see that the one that comes with this unit is thicker, so it looks bigger. But the inner diameter on this measures pretty much the same. Looks the same to me. The tubing just pushes onto the stakes and onto the T's. There's a little effort required to push them on. For me, it's not too bad. But if you have some trouble, you can try letting the sun heat the tubing up first, or you can heat up a cup of water in the microwave and stick the tube end in there for a few seconds to soften it up, and that works pretty good. You get a filter, and this connects into the tubing and goes into your water source. The water is drawn into the machine through the filter. So when you set everything up, cut the tubing for the filter a little bit long so that it'll at least lay down on its side on the bottom of your water container. You get one anti-siphon device, and I'm glad that they included this. It already has the T attached on it. When these types of devices first came out, a lot of them didn't have these with it. They keep the water from draining out of the system when the water source empties. You get one soil moisture sensor. The length on this cable is right around 15 feet. This thing's really easy to set up. Whatever you want to do, it just labels it right here on the dial, off, on, set timer, set clock, all that. I would suggest setting the clock first. As soon as you turn it to set clock, it's ready to go. You've got an up and a down button right here. Every time you change a setting, whether it's the clock or a timer or a duration, make sure you press the OK button when you're done to lock it into place. So it has 2 different modes on it. It's got timing mode and humidity mode. In timing mode, you can turn this dial and set the start time on it, and you can see this is the time of day that you want the thing to start running. This is in military time, mine is, so I want to start this at 8 a.m., my first watering of the day. Next, I want to set how long I want it to run for. Let's say I want to run it for 5 minutes. Remember to press OK. And the next thing is how often do you want it to run? Right now, I've got it set on 12-hour intervals, which means it's going to run it once at 8 a.m. and run once again at 8 p.m. And you can set these hour intervals from 1 hour up to 12-hour intervals. Then it goes into days. So that if I were to set it for 1 day, for instance, that means we're going to run it once a day at 8 a.m. And as far as the day intervals go, you can set it for 2 days, 3, 4, all the way up to 7. The second mode is the humidity mode that works with this humidity sensor right here. And the humidity sensor connects up here. If you forget which one's which, they're labeled on the side. And also the cables are similar. The solar panel has this type of cable and the humidity sensor has this type of cable. It's just as simple as putting it in there and screwing it into place. I've not tested this out to see exactly what happens in every scenario. I prefer to use the timer modes on all of mine. The way the humidity sensor is supposed to work is when the probe senses low water in the soil, the machine turns on and it runs until the probe senses that there's enough water in the soil. And the third way you can use this is put it into manual mode by pressing the manual button right here. And you can see it changes over to manual. This works in either mode. So if you've got it in timer mode, you can press manual. If you've got it in humidity mode, you can turn it on manually. Supposedly it's going to run until you turn it off again or back into one of the modes. I would suggest monitoring it while it's running manually. It's supposed to shut off after a certain amount of time. If you forget about it, maybe 30 minutes, but I've not tested that out yet either. But when you're ready to go, you just turn it into the on position and you're all set. I'm going to water twice a day, once a day in the morning, once at 8 p.m. So there you go. This type of system would be great for the patio, the deck, indoors, outdoors, fruit, veggies, herbs, flowers, all kinds of stuff. Very nice.